let's look at it like this: mobile phones and mobile apps. Uh, if you're not careful, they're tracking everything. And even when the app makers say they're anonymizing data, uh, yeah, okay. Does that mean that if they anonymize it, the keys are there to de-anonymize it as well? And of course, the answer seems to be yes. And I kind of took some of the pieces of some of the stories or around articles around this particular thing, and this just sort of stood out. Forms of aggregated anonymized user data can be bought and sold legally. Yeah, legally. So it's not an illegal thing going on, as long as it's stripped of directly identifiable info like name, address, phone number. But that data might even include device IDs, which can be connected to a particular phone and then to an owner if that same ID appears in other mobile data sets.
This
So I
entire
think, yeah, Raju, you have a lot to say on this one.
this entire anonymization of the data is a misnomer. You should assume that sure, the individual data set for that particular individual app or a device you're using, might be anonymized. But when you combine that with some other piece of information, then you're no longer anonymous. Let's take a simple example. Where sites may say, hey, your location data is completely anonymous. Sure, maybe your name and phone number and all of that is not transmitted. But guess what? Your location data is tracked, and just is the case with this person out there. Your location data is tracked, and you go home every day, and that location data doesn't change for the most part. You know what your home is. You take that anonymous home data and look that up, do a reverse lookup of that location, and then you get your address where you get your name from, maybe the city or the county records and whatnot, and there it is. You put those one plus one together, and you have de-anonymized data. And it probably shouldn't take more than 2 minutes to put together or de-anonymize some of this piece of data. But of course, if the companies say they are taking your raw data, people won't allow access. So they have to kind of de-anonymize it for that particular purpose. But that is the reason, companies like data brokers exist, where they pull data from multiple sources, tie one plus one together and sell that data. And selling data is their business. And that identifying users is a huge business in itself, and that is what pretty much is the case with this particular person, with this priest. And this has been going on for years now.